start, Matty, no doubt. They've stayed strong. Spring training with one goal in mind, that's to get to the postseason. Strong starting rotate, doesn't quit. The guys seem to really rally around each other, and they got one of the strongest bullpens in the game.
And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
The 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-2. High and deep to right center. Back goes Van Slyke. Gone! Albert Pujols with a 3-run homer. Home run number 3 here in the early going as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0.
Yeah, he's looked pretty shaky from the first pitch, and things just kind of spiraled out of control from there. I think these guys smelled blood in the water, and they punctuated with a 3-run job and an early lead.
Stepping in now, Vladimir Guerrero. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. The windup and the 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Guerrero is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
The 2-2.
Ball.
Up around the face.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Hit back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw gets him 2 down. Striding in for Boston, Gary Sanchez. Last night was a good one for him as he turned in a 4-for-5 effort. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single.
Hey, this pitcher better make an adjustment. That's a lot of loud contact. That's 4 innings to open up this game.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. He swings and grounds it to short. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. The pitcher can't be too mad.
Edwin Encarnacion now. 3 across so far in the inning and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Brinson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the Red Sox push across 3 on the... Martin Prado now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Marlins, third baseman.
Line to the right side. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Well, you see that happen quite a bit at the big league level, Hero. Breaking ball up and away, hard slider up out of the zone, hit for a bullet for a base hit.
Yeah, Dan, you try and look for it to pop out above the pitcher's hand, and that usually signifies that it's going to be something breaking. That was actually a slider, so nice job by the offensive player, not only recognizing it, but not trying to do too much.
Well, I'll tell you.
Ouch, that one hit him. Up next from Miami, Justin Bour. He went deep in the contest last night. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. Severino has found success in his career at limiting base hits. He usually turns in outings where his hits per 9 numbers are really respectable, and obviously that goes a long way as a starting pitcher.
Matty V, there's a couple of things that really hurt you when you're a starting pitcher. Walks and giving up many base hits per 9 innings. This guy keeps the ball in play, doesn't give up a lot of hits, doesn't walk very many batters, and when you do that, it's a good recipe for success, and it's worked for him so far in his career.
Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup card in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I really like what Justin Bour does for this team. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he swings,
and he is in there with their first run, and it's cut to 3-1 now.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, Dero, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
Bounced softly in front of the plate. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. From the belt, the pitch. And that's off his leg on the mound. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. Marlins get 1 here on a couple of hits. Second inning coming up here. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
1-0 the count. The 1-0. And the 1-0 is sent out to straightaway center field. Van Slyke is right there, 1 down.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And when you talk about third base, you talk about a step and a dive. But you better have something to go with it when you get to your knees. And that's what this guy has, an absolute howitzer.
Ready for another chance? Marcell Ozuna, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. Here's the pitch. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 home. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away. Digging in to try it again, Manny Machado. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
He's certainly done to make grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3 as the lead remains 3-1. Leading off the inning, Brian Anderson, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Wind up and the 0-1. Way in front of that fastball. The wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called and a questionable first out of the inning.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on Dieter. And let's focus on Robinson Cano, one of the softest hands in all our sport. Probably turns one of the best double plays in the game, captain of the defense.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
And he struck him out as well, so the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Wow, talk about being efficient. How about 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts? Doesn't get much better than that.
Ready now for the Marlins, J.T. Riddle will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Behind 0-2 now. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. And it remains. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Robbie Cano settling in to start out the inning. First delivery to him on the way. Pulled toward right center field. Van Slyke is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's Albert now.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Gone! A solo shot for Albert Pujols. His second home run of the game, and with it, the Red Sox have taken a 4-1 lead.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
Standing in now, Vladimir Guerrero. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Van Slyke moves over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Sanchez, the American League's Silver Slugger behind the plate a year ago. Liner towards second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, this has been a tough one for him so far, D-Row. 7th hit of the game already. They're really making him work.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. As Dustin Pedroia says, it's a laser show out there.
In now, Nelson Cruz. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. A base hit in his first trip. Now a drive by Cruz. Deep left field. Dietrich has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. The Red Sox tack on one more thanks to the solo home run. We played 2.5. It's now 4-1 Boston. Digging in for his second at bat, Martin Prado. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. And he takes ball 1.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire getting his head right now.
The 1-1 misses for the second ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1 home. Taken, strike 2.
2-2.
Here now the 2-2. Fouled off.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Taken in by Machado. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Miguel Rojas. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at bat. Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. The 2-1. And he fouls this one off. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. To short. Machado has it. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Standing in, Justin Bour. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. The windup and the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Beltre scoops it up, throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Miami down in order. They trail it 4-1. Edwin Encarnacion now hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat.
Edwin Encarnacion.
First pitch on its way. Missed with a slider.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion. Home run number 3 here in the early going as they stretch the lead to 5-1. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
D-Row, some days the fellows walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, but there's a saying going around the dugout right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants a chance to get into that batter's box.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He swings and grounds it to short. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Here's Marcell Ozuna. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 13.
Ready for another shot now. Manny Machado. He singled and later scored back in the first, making him 1 for 2 so far. First offering on its way. Slow little roller to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. The Red Sox do pick up a run on the solo shot. Bottom of the. So here's the cleanup hitter, JT Realmuto. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his two-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go back to it.
Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Into the box now, Derek Dietrich. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Good changeup, and it's 0-2.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
The 1-2 is a called strike 3 on the corner.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Here's Scott Van Slyke. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he takes this one high, 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. The 2-1. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? You bet he does. 11 in a row set down, and the end. Here's Robbie Cano now. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Second baseman, Robinson.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Dietrich is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The batter, number 5.
Here's Albert now. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Now a swing and a miss by Pujols, and he's in a quick 0-2 hole.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Albert Pujols becomes the second out here in inning number 5. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
Skied into straightaway right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And Leading off the inning, Brian Anderson. And they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. It is a slider that backs up for a ball.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Guerrero is in pursuit. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. Into the corner and slicing foul. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Here's Beltre, scooped up, and there's out number 2. And next to the plate will be J.T. Riddle. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. This now is hit the second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He sure does. Make it 14 in a row set down now. Carving him up as the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Marlins.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Marlins, number 48, Severino Gonzalez.
Ready once again, Gary Sanchez. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. High and deep to center field. Back goes Van Slyke. And it's gone as they add still another. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. Home run number 3 here in the early going, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. First pitch, and it was out of here. That's a rough way to start your day at the office as a reliever.
Here's Nelson Cruz now.
Nelson Cruz.
Swing and a liner. But an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Now batter, first baseman.
Digging in and looking for more, Edwin Encarnacion. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
2 men are gone now in the Boston half of the 6th, and set to stand in a guy who seems to get better with age, the dangerous Adrian Beltre. And that's through for a hit. So the 2-out hit keeps things alive for Marcell Ozuna.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. On the ground to third. Up with it now is Prado. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Through 5.5, it's now 6. Martin Prado now. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
Behind 0-2 now. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
You know, there aren't many guys that can just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped him up. Encarnacion on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Up next for the Marlins.
Digging in once again, Miguel Rojas. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Missed with a slider. 1-0 pitch on the way. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2. The 2-0. 3-0 now. Justin Bohr waits on deck. 3-1 to the Marlins middle infielder. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Fell behind early in this one, 3-0, and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Up next for the Marlins. Third baseman.
Ready for another chance? Justin Bohr. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Swinging a soft liner. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. Miami down in order. The lead remains. Drew Steckenrider is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 71.
Digging in to try it again, Manny Machado. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Giving chase is Brinson. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the fence. Even if it stays in the yard, that's a double either way.
Striding in once again, Robinson Cano. Runner in scoring position here already following the ground rule double. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Albert Pujols will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This would seem like an easy RBI situation. 2-0 count, runner in scoring position, but you have to know there's an open base, and he might be pitching around it.
Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. A leap, but he won't get it. It's off the wall. Throwing to second, but he'll get in there with an RBI double.
Man, have a game, why don't you? With that RBI double, his 5th run driven into the game, he came to play in this one.
The box, Vladimir Guerrero. He's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Grounded back up the middle. Riddle has it, and there are 2 away now. Next up for the Red Sox, Gary Sanchez. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Yeah, now that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Looking up is Brinson, and this one is gone. A home run. A 2-run home run off the bat of Gary Sanchez. His 2nd of the game as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
The left fielder, number 24. Nelson.
Here's Nelson Cruz now as he rips it on the ground to second. Riddle gathers it in. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. Ready for another shot now. JT Realmuto due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats. Not too often do you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Derek Dietrich.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
One of the keys to pitching late in the games, first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And
a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Edwin Encarnacion now. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Edwin Encarnacion.
From the stretch. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. And that'll get down for a base hit. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Hey, they've obviously locked in on something here. They know this pitcher likes to get ahead, and they've done nothing but be aggressive early in the count. There's another leadoff single to get him going.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Line towards center field. Van Slyke is there, and he has it for the first out. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Marcell Ozuna. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. He's set. Here it comes. Sliders in for a strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
So he got him swinging. Marcell Ozuna is sent packing for the second out of the inning. Here comes the first pitch. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And gone right down the line the other way. Wow. A 2-run home run for Manny Machado. Second home run early in the year as this lead got even wider.
The batter, number 22.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. Pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Van Slyke. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches, but when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
Here's Albert now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And he's working on a 5 RBI game. Quite a performance we're seeing from him in this one. Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. Riddle has a play, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So to the plate, the Marlins DH, Brian Anderson. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Pat. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in. You know, D-Roll, there's been some great pitching in this one so far. After that knock, that's only the 3rd hit of the game, and we're getting late into this one.
Yeah, they always say you got to tip your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well, I think this offense is tired of tipping its hat. They got to start to swing their bats a little bit better. That's their 3rd knock of the game. I know it's late, but maybe they can get something going.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over him.
And it's an even count of 2-2 to JT Riddle. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Martin Prado is on deck, and he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. First pitch on its way. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Now batting.
Ready now for the Marlins, Miguel Rojas. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I try and tell people all the time, you're facing 90 to 92, 94. You can still see seams. It starts getting above 94. It starts to blur itself a little bit. You start pitching where this guy's at, you're seeing nothing. You're seeing vapor.
Now a slurve's going to bounce up to the plate as he lays off it for a ball. Justin Bour is on deck. Oh, and it misses ball 4, and that will force home a run. And a high strike there, 0-1. Popped him up. Encarnacion is over now, and he's got it for route number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, JT Realmuto. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. No balls and 1 strike. Brinson, the runner at 3rd. Riddle on 2nd. Rojas at 1st. 2 out in the inning.
He put himself in a good position.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that. Javi Guerra comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. First pitch on its way. Line to the right side, and Vlad is aboard. It's a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox after the inning.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Sandy Leon will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at 1st and nobody out. And a ball and a strike now to Sandy Leon. A runner at 1st with no outs here. Hit in the air to left. Dietrich has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. In there, a base hit. Thought about going for second, but instead now they've got him in a pickle. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there.
First baseman, Edwin in front of the
He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Van Slyke is there, and he puts this one away for the... Sandy Leon will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Up next from Miami, Derek Dietrich starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own and your chances as a professional.
Jerry's Familia takes the mound here. Not a save situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. Strike one to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And nearly extra bases to start the inning, but this winds up foul by inches. Wow. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away. Coming to the plate now, Scott Van Slyke. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he held up in time, but it's strike three called, and there are two down. Next will be the designated hitter, Brian Anderson. First two men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Fastball that just misses inside.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands.
Oh, how about Cano to first? What a play. And just like that, this one is over.
Hey, how about that play to end this thing? That's what you call the icing on the cake. Cherry on top of the sundae. Exclamation point. I love it.
11-2 is the way this ball game ends. Boston jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Luis Severino takes the win on the mound, his second of the year, as he finishes 7 innings with only 2 hits allowed. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. From our partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
For the Marlins, 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 40 minutes. A reminder that Marlins shuttle buses are available outside Marlins Park with service to the Culmer Metro Rail Station.